Fable 3 is an accidental DLC for Fable 2 that released as a full-price title, with microtransactions. Like Fable 2, the story has a good beginning, but the ending still sucks Major Swifty's shaft. The problems start and end with the game feeling rushed like crazy. I like what they tried to do and it could have been great. The minigames are improved when the frame rate is stable, and they try to write better characters. But the second half of the game, which is more like the last 25% of the game, has so many time skips. Like literally, you're playing like usual, and then suddenly, while you still have over 100 days left before Albion is invaded, you're suddenly at the final boss. Like, what? You can't just give the player 365 in-game days to only make 5 of them count! Magic now allows you to perform dual casting, which means you can cast 2 spells at the same time. Who thought this was a good idea? And by the way, dying still doesn't matter. But let's remove the user interface to make up for it! The inventory is now a hub area called the Sanctuary. It's significantly worse and something that I don't ever want to see in any game again. But it wasn't a big game breaker for me, because Fable 3 doesn't even have half the amount of items of all kind that Fable 2 had. The weapons themselves are completely irrelevant because the major issues of Fable 2 have not been fixed at all. In fact, most have been made worse. The dog can't even be classified as a brick anymore. And going into your inventory to skip this issue is no longer possible without a 30-second trip to the Sanctuary. So all you can do is hoping for the best, and that's already it for the mentally defective canine. You can't freely interact with the drones anymore, as the game predetermines 3 possible options you can do. The quests themselves are more story-focused, but the actual content of the quest is still the same since Fable 1, only with even less variety, like in Fable 2. Add to that the abysmal combat system that would probably require a brain on the negative spectrum to screw up. The moral choices have never mattered less, because all that counts is how much gold you have at the end, and even that only changes some lines of dialogues, because you know how much I love that. Dialogue! There is endgame content in form of a few quests, but it's the same stuff you've been doing the entire time, so who even cares? I know this isn't much of a comedy video like Fable 2, and I could have made something funny out of it, but honestly, all I'm feeling is disappointment. I actually feel drained because of Fable 3. Objectively, this is a worse game than Fable 2, but you know what? I had a slightly better time with Fable 3 because I didn't have as many glitches, and I appreciated the focused approach to a story that fails to deliver anything. Again. That doesn't mean that it's even remotely worth your time. And if I see another one of those goddamn loading screens, then I'm gonna fucking destroy my Kinect!